Right, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to make sure I have this set up good here. My name is Stacy Spangler. I'm a mixed media artist and I'm in Arkansas. So, one of my first times to actually do a YouTube live. I'm working on embellishing Christmas prints today, and so I thought I'd share the process with you. I do a lot of prints of my artwork in different ways. I actually have a course. It's only open once a year, but it is called Paint to Product, and it's where I actually show you how to take your artwork that you've already created and make prints and products out of it. So if you'd like a little sneak peek of my course, I do have a free version of that, so you can kind of see what it talks about. But this is one of the products I've made for my new Christmas collection. This is a fun little acrylic ornament that came off of my print or my painting here. And so I thought I'd kind of show you that first, and then I'm going to embellish some prints. So this is a great way to add an additional stream of revenue to your art business and be able to offer things that have already sold, because I know a lot of times you sell the original and you know that you could have sold it more and you don't want to have to paint something over and over. And so by offering prints to it, it's a really great way to give your customers more choices. It's also more economical for some people who maybe aren't ready to purchase an original piece of art. They can purchase one of your hand embellished prints, and then they can also take advantage of the products that you can offer. So I'm just putting a little velvet bow on this here, and I'm gonna tie this. We'll cut those edges off. Oops. Actually, maybe I'll just leave it. Let's see here. These frayed edges kind of make it hard to tie. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it like this and just cut a diagonal here. There we go. And that looks lovely. I know there's a little bit of a light there, but anyway, so this will be one of my products that I'm offering in my Christmas shop right now. And so yeah, if you want to have more information on how to do this, how to use, you don't need any, I don't have any graphic training. I don't have any photography training. I show you how to do it from your phone, and if you have a Mac computer, or you can purchase some or use Canva software to edit your photos, and I teach you how to do every part of that in the course. So but that's not really what I'm here for today. I was just here to show you how I'm going to embellish this piece. So this is actually a 3D print of an original piece of art that I did, and I'm going to actually grab the original piece here, and I'm going to show you original versus print. So my artwork, I'm a mixed media artist, and I use a lot of texture in my artwork. And as you can see, like when I make regular prints, you can visually see the texture, but you can't physically feel and see the texture. And so with this new concept of 3D printing, and it's really hard to tell on camera, but this is all raised like the original. So as you can see here, here's the original versus the print, and I'm getting ready to embellish this print so that it looks more like the original. I'm going to add the gold leaf to this star, and I'm going to use some metallic paint to accent these, and then I'll seal it again. And it's really so similar to the original. It is crazy. So hey guys, and I've got my phone up higher, so I'm getting ready to sit down where I can't see your comments. But if you have questions, you can put them in the comments. I'll try to go back and answer any of those questions you may have. So first thing I'm going to do, I've got to get this gold leaf. So when you do gold leaf, I use just a like a metal leaf adhesive here. I got this at Hobby Lobby. And let me get my small brush here, if I can find it. So it's what I want to do first is I've got to put the glue on this star, because you have to let this stuff kind of get tacky before you apply the gold leaf. If you've never worked with gold leaf before, you put this adhesive on and then you kind of let it sit for about 30 minutes. And it gets really tacky, and you do not apply the gold leaf until it gets tacky. And so right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this on here and set it aside, and then I'm going to show you one that I did earlier today with the gold leaf already ready to go, and I'll show you kind of how it looks. So I think that embellishing your prints is just an extra perk, because it makes it closer to an original work of art, just gives it a little uniqueness, makes it a little bit more special than a print you would buy at, like, say, Hobby Lobby or Kirkland's or one of those places. This just has the artist's touch to it, and so I love the ability to do that on these prints. And this is just like I said, this is a local printer that is doing this 3D printing, and I really love the results of this. So I'm gonna set this aside and let it dry for about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna show you one that I did earlier here. So here's a print actually that I did earlier. Let's do this one. This one is a 3D print on a hardwood panel. So there's an option to do these 3D prints where they print onto these panels. They're adhered to the panel, and then you can put these in a float frame, or you can stand them on like an easel. But I've got this on here, and let's hope this works okay. I'm just going to get a brush here. Let me grab a brush that's got a little bit of tooth to it. And I know there are brushes that are made for gold leafing. I don't know where mine is right now, so I'm just going to use this kind of natural bristle brush, and I'm going to just gently work on this. As you can see, oh, that gives such a nice shine to that star, and it looks so much like the original, especially because this is raised, and so that is just such a beautiful addition to this 3D print. Okay. And then I usually get just an edge of some sort, and I'm going to kind of go in, and I'll probably have to go back and touch up just a little bit somewhere this gold leaf has adhered to the painting. I'll touch that up with some blue paint. But I love that. That looks great. And then I have used this gold leafing pen, you can see here, and I've seen some of the letters that did not get traced all the way as I get it here in the light. But I've gone back over my lettering with this gold leaf pen. This is Krylon. And that gives that an extra shimmer. And then I've gone over my gold paint. And then I will seal this. This is my favorite varnish that I use here. This is just a Liquitex professional varnish. I use the gloss. There's high gloss, there's medium, there's matte. Just depends your personal preference on what you like for that. So that's that there, and I will show you finishing a piece here. I have another piece that is part of my Christmas collection this year, these angels, and I've already gone back and touched up all the gold on this, and so I'm just going to apply the varnish. Got to be super careful. This is a pre-framed print, and so it's already in this nice wood frame, so I've got to be extra careful applying this varnish to make sure it does not get on the frame. And this Liquitex varnish is very liquid and it runs, and so a little goes a long way. And I'll usually do 2 coats to seal those embellishments that I've put on there. This is not a 3D print, this is just a 2D print, but as you can see, visually you can see the texture of my art. I use a lot of acrylic mediums, papers, and heavy body paint in my artwork, and so a lot of times, and sorry about the glare of my ring light there, but a lot of times the prints don't transfer and don't give the same effect as my original art, just because, you know, it's just hard to really print texture. And so that's what I love about these 3D prints, is that they come with that texture, and then you can still embellish for that extra special touch. And so you've got a canvas that, even though it's a print, it is hand touched by the original artist. And what a great keepsake. I always tell people what I started doing for my grown children now is I've started them an art collection. And so every year during the holidays, I just buy them a piece of art from an artist that I like. And especially artists that are just getting started, it's a great way to support their business, and it's a great way to like start a collection for someone and teach them, if you're an art lover like me, teach appreciation for art and just having artwork in your home that speaks to you and that's unique, and that, you know, is tied to a memory or a meeting or a person. And then they can remember that their art collection or their piece that they get every year is from somebody special in their life. So if you're searching for Christmas ideas, I always recommend start an art collection for someone. Okay, so that piece has been sealed, and I'll let that dry. There we go. Let's set this aside, and let's come back to this piece here, and let's check this gold leaf. Yes, I try to salvage the little pieces. You know, this stuff is not cheap, and so every little bit that you can salvage helps, especially when you do small portions like this. You can always use the leftovers. Okay, that one turned out really nice. You can get a soft cloth too and just kind of wipe over the top of it to get that extra gold leaf off the top before you seal it up. And I think this one I kind of like the gold, little gold specks in there though. That kind of adds a little bit to it. So I think I'm gonna leave those like that, and let's go ahead and get this piece sealed. I'm gonna go ahead and add some varnish. So like I was saying, I'm a mixed media artist, and I do have an online teaching studio. I just now thinking about it with seeing these angels, I have a holiday bundle if you are interested in learning how to paint with texture. I have a great holiday bundle special right now. It's my Amazing Angels course, and it's combined with my Ornament Extravaganza course, which is 11 different ornaments that I show you how to make via video, recorded videos, and you have lifetime access to those. But I do have a library of courses if you're interested. I have a texture course. And then in the spring, I only open the doors once a year because I like to provide private coaching with my course. I give just one individual coaching section with my paint to product course, but it's where I help you develop your own first collection from a painting and make some prints and products from it and get that going, start making sales. And so I do a quick start marketing plan. I help you kind of get started. And I like to be able to work with those artists one-on-one. I try to keep it small, so I only open the doors to that once a year. But I do have a little course, I just call it a mini course, where you can kind of see what the master course is about, and you can take that for free on my website, and that automatically puts you on the email list so that when the doors open, you will get the information about that. So my website is www.stacyspanglerart.com, and I'm most active over on Instagram. If you want to connect with me over there, I'm on Instagram just about every day, kind of showing you what I'm doing, either in my stories or in my post.